What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Thompson Twins, and we're going back to the 1984 album Into the Gap. So we have a very silly kitty here. And yeah, we're going to listen to the tune Sister of Mercy. Straight out of the gate, it makes me think about religious understandings of that phrase. Obviously, the world of nuns and cloisters and convents, you have concepts of mercy and grace dominating several aspects of not only, again, their conceptual life, but their daily rhythms and so on. The idea of assuaging pain and bringing healing and comfort to those who are suffering. That is a big part of what they do. So immediately out of the gate, without any other context, Sister of Mercy does make me think of that world. Obviously, the phrase could be used more generally. It could be used more conceptually or figuratively, so that it might relate to anyone who tries to provide comfort or help or assistance to those who are downtrodden or in need. But yeah, like I said, without any further context, it does make me think of a religious sort of environment. So we'll see what it's all about. This is Thompson Twins from the 1984 album Into the Gap, and the tune is called Sister of Mercy.
She lived in a big white house. The room's alive and she's devoted to life. Keeping his house just right.
Like those rising back and forth.
She doesn't talk when he comes
That
home.
smooth sound that just went through.
25 years, she's just the same.
I like that
She's a
pipe
lonely
organ kind of
woman,
keyboard.
quiet in her ways. He comes home one night, kills him with a knife. She's the one who's living in paradise.
I'm hearing a lot of the lines. I'm still not quite sure what's happening here. That high back and vocal. I love that xylophone. Assuming that's what I'm hearing. I love that sound. cool, lush tune.
Sister of mercy, oh, no sister of mercy, oh, don't cry for me. No sister of mercy, it's alright for me. No sister of mercy, oh, don't cry for me. No sister of mercy, it's alright.
Again, it's just a really rich tune. That's awesome. I love that one. Lyrically, it's interesting. I feel like I heard most of the lines, but I'm not quite sure what's happening because it feels like there's some different dimensions. Like first, it sounded like we were talking about a couple that, he's coming home and she's in this room and, perhaps the room, there's something going on with the light, but also it's a room not unlike some other room. But then there's lines like don't cry for me, but also don't judge her because you don't know what she's been through, you don't know what her eyes have seen. So it felt like, there's some issues, or not some issues, but there are some themes of, maybe trying to help others, soothe others, be compassionate and to offer grace and indeed mercy. But it also sounds like, at least in one part, the narrator's saying, don't do that so much for me. Like, relatively speaking, I'm fine, but don't judge her, because again, you don't know what she's been through. So it feels like maybe there were some moments where a more overtly religious interpretation might have been relevant, but it seemed like most of it was actually, more secular, if you will. Even though, again, it feels like maybe there were some different vignettes or different scenes to this larger theme of Sister of Mercy. So if it is one cohesive sort of narrative or at least scene setting, then I wasn't able to put all the pieces together, as Lucas suddenly looks up out the window like, what is happening? But yeah, a really cool tune. As I said, I enjoyed all the sonic layering, I enjoyed the composition of the track, those rising backing vocals, which would then lead to that wonderfully sort of celestial synth. I enjoyed what sounded, again, kind of like organ keyboard. I think xylophone was in there, just a lot of interesting sounds, and the way they're layered are fantastic. So again, a few tracks into this album, I have to say, in a way, it sounds like some of what I heard on Quick Step and Sidekick, but perhaps a bit more crystallized, perhaps a bit more expanded or intensified. So I'm enjoying what sounds somewhat like their previous album, but also like they're maybe stepping into their own sound a little bit more. So in any case, I'm looking forward to the rest of the album. Do let me know what you think of this one, and Luca and I will see you next time. Peace.